Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at another one of these anime heroes by Bandai. Don't mind that box, it's just leaning. We've got our Dressrosa Luffy here, and we've got our original Luffy release so that we can take a look at the differences between the two if there is more than just the shirt. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. I think this guy's pretty cool. Straight out of the box, we have just got him here. There is nothing holding him in there. You can literally just pop him on out and be on about your day. And this is the one issue that I kind of have with a lot of these figures, is that they are very basic. And I mean, they aren't super highly detailed or anything like that, and you just got these hands if you're lucky. And it's just like you could give them a little bit of something, like Dressrosa Luffy. Give us the little cape, give us the little helmet, let us have a Lucy. That's what I would have liked to have seen with this. And the only way I'm fine with him not having that stuff is if you're gonna give me just a figure of Lucy. Wink wink, nudge nudge, if you ever actually see this, Bandai. I wouldn't mind. I would buy this again and get the Lucy look if y'all did it. I would 100% do that. So this guy looks pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna just kind of inspect it out. So this is the cool part too, is that we've got differences. Honestly, I could have swapped that around. I think I did at one point. I took them apart, but yeah, I think that's supposed to be on this side technically too, but there are more mustardy orange on this side, yellow here. Obviously short sleeves versus long sleeves, and the red. Our hats are the same. We've got minor shading differences on the tones there, but our scar is a lot thicker on this side. This one's a lot thinner. Pretty cool. As for our faces, we've got much more of a meaned up face on Dressrosa, a more smile face on that regular release there. Let's see if we can get a good look there. Good look at the chests. The hair sculpts appear to be the same though. Nope, they are a little bit different. Let's see. You can see how he's got kind of this cluster right here, and then he's got this cluster over on the opposite side, so it's almost like it's mirrored. But yeah, frowny, smiley, cluster, cluster. And that's kind of it's literally if you really look at that hair, he's got this little wavy thing here, he's got it's literally like the mirror image to his hair on this. I think that's kind of funny. We've got a lot darker of a blue on the pants here. Darker, pretty much just darker tones all around on this. And it looks like we actually got bigger knees on this guy. We can see here what I'm talking about. A little bit bigger of a knee. This is a little bit more circular of a knee. This is a little bit more elongated. And then the way they did the elbow is essentially the same, but he gets this little gap piece, and you can see that it's kind of there, and I think this was more we're going for more fleshy, but it didn't, it could have came to more of a point there, but it's fine. Looks pretty good. Now if we check out our height, you stay there, and we are standing 6 1/4, it looks like. Whereas this guy was 6 1/4. So we have the same heights on our Luffys. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Enough of this guy. Messing around with this guy. Going straight into that articulation. We have got that full roundabout on that arm. Same thing we've been seeing with these anime heroes lines, is that his arm is literally just that ball peg, and I pulled that out. I don't know if you can see this, but we pulled his whole arm out there. We can take a look there. it just pops right in there. Ain't no big deal. But you can totally move it in ways that his arm's gonna look weird attached to his body like that. So you just gotta be careful when you're posing him to get his arm in a proper direction. Same with the way that they've got those elbows. You can kind of like back bend that elbow and everything. So just be cautious of that. If you're like, oh, I don't like the way this looks, it's probably because you've overextended a joint somewhere and have it at an awkward angle. Because as you can see, with the fact that you can move independently of each side there, you can get some funky looking poses. So just be careful of that when you're going for your posing. Real nice. Real nice. This is cool though. The reason that they do that is because it does give you a further range of what you can do here. Like, you can do a lot with the way they have the posing set up. You can really just minor movements there just get into a whole nother pose that, like, a lot of figures you would have to more or less just do like a full on move with. It's so easy and fun to move around with him. The more I'm messing around, the more I'm realizing that I do really like these figures as much as I also don't like these figures. And it really depends what you're doing with them on whether or not I'm enjoying myself or not. Like, these guys are great for action and stuff. Like, if you're going to mess around and get some crazy intricate poses, you can totally do that with these guys. If you want something that's going to stand there and look really good in almost any pose, these aren't really the guys for that. Like, if you want something that looks really good, almost statuesque, I mean, unfortunately, that's where a lot of, like, your anime statues market comes from. Like, these figures don't necessarily look amazing. Like, they look good enough. They look good enough. You can do stuff with them. You can play with them. They're going to be fun to play with. But, like, they don't really look like something that you're going to sit on your shelf and, like, look amazing. But the thing I will say is that the more you have of them, the better they look. So this is kind of where my display tastes go and everything. Like, I mess around, I get them into some cooler poses. I got Usopp on an arcade machine. I'm waiting to figure out where my Chopper is so I can, like, put Chopper up there with him. Like, you get more of them, they look great. Like, I've got almost the whole crew now. I think I've got every mainline crew member outside of Chopper, and, like, I've got a whole little display of them. Then the more I'm filling it out, the better it's looking, and I'm like, this is great. Just give me some Nami, give me some Robin, give me some Jinbei. Like, come on, there's some other characters you guys gotta get to. Don't start giving me all these variants. You guys just got Sabo coming out, and yes, we will have a Sabo review soon. Waiting on that package. But Dressrosa Luffy, real cool. Like we said, looking at those articulated legs, looking at the way they've got everything doing it for them on here, and the way they got this leg kind of hiding away in here, you can pull it out to give yourself that extra range of motion, plus like a little bit of a stretch effect and everything. I like that because it's literally hidden in there like that, and you can just, and it doesn't feel like I'm pulling it out of a joint or anything like that. Like, it feels like they want you to do this with it, like, so you can get like your knee joint out or hide it more in if you don't need all of that articulation. I think that is one of the coolest things. And you can hear it. Real nice. I hope that's a feature and not just something my figure's doing. Because it's a real nice feature if that's what it's supposed to be. But thanks, guys. We'll see you around.